Hi, I want to welcome you back to my video series on how to triple your revenue in 12 months or less. And if you remember, the last video that I talked about was really this concept of if you're a professional service provider and you're doing consulting or helping clients, whatever, and you're working one-to-one, that's a losing proposition if what your goal is to significantly increase the revenues in your business. Now, what I wanted to do, though, is make sure that I do reinforce the fact that I don't mean that all trading dollars for time is bad. As a matter of fact, we always are trading dollars for time. What I really want to be able to emphasize, though, is how to better leverage your time when you're exchanging dollars for time so that you'll make more revenue over that same period. Among the things you can do is because you're not going to be working one-to-one, you can use some technologies. You can, first of all, cast a wider net. A lot of people, when they're working one-to-one as consultants, they tend to work in a geographic area because they meet live in person with people. Of all the different ways that you can do it, that's probably the one that allows you the least amount of flexibility to make more money. However, if you wanted to start using some technologies that are available, like various webinars, or you can use Skype or GoToMeeting and meet with more than one person at a time and exchange information with more than one person at a time, that's another way to be able to increase your revenues over the same time period. There's ways that you can look at things like, for example, group coaching. In group coaching, this is used by a lot of people. What they tend to do is they'll build a curriculum, and it's a pretty solid curriculum that they put together. And then they go in and they create pre-recorded training sessions using not all that sophisticated tools. And most people can be able to use these tools to be able to create sessions or to create chapters or units in a training program, and those get delivered over a period of time, and then you supplement that with live calls. So in week one, you give them some information about the program, and you open up the first chapter 1 or unit 1 of the training course, and it's got all kinds of objectives and tests and other things. And then at the end of that week, or maybe during the next week, what you do is you have a live call where you allow the people that are part of the program to come in, and you have a live session with them talking about what it is that they've learned. They can ask their questions. They can get some better input on how to approach something that they're having some difficulty with. When you look at this, though, if you look at how much time they're putting on the material that you're providing, sort of in an offline method, or in a non-one-to-one method, live method, the amount of time that they're spending on that, combined with the amount of time you put on the call, looks like you're giving them a significantly wider amount of time, but you're actively engaged only during the live calls, or if somebody sends you an email or puts something in a comment section that you should be keeping up on. A couple different ways for you to be able to do those kinds of trainings. Also, you can have a mastermind session. And for some people, a mastermind session is something that you go to live. And there's quite a few of them that are that way. But there's two things about a mastermind session. First of all, the most important part is you generally charge significantly more for what's called a mastermind. The intention there is that the people that are coming want to get closer to you. They've worked with you. They want to know more about what you know, and you want to be able to offer it to them. So you'll put together a small group of people, 10, 20 people, up to maybe 40, 50 people. I don't know if I would go higher than that, although I have participated in a class over the summer where there was quite a few people. And it was really this group coaching mechanism. I think there was like 800 people on this program. By Peter Diamandis, and he was talking about exponential abundance, and he would have sessions where he was talking to people, and the videos were done in a way that it looked like you were part of a live class, because they were sort of in that live session. There was people in the audience, and they were asking questions and such. It was very effective. And then he would have every so often a live session where people could call in, they could ask questions, and he would be able to answer that. So there's no way that he would have been able to deal with 800 people working on one-to-one. But putting together a program, he created a significant amount of value, gave a lot of information to a lot of people at one time, and people got to do these things at their own risk and at their own timing. So my goal is to help people create their ability to triple their revenue in 12 months or less. If you are only thinking of one-on-one consulting, then it's really very difficult to get to that 3 times the revenue, because most people don't have the ability to either work the number of hours or raise their fees to the level that they would need to be able to do to achieve that goal of tripling the revenue. So you really need to be able to look at some things that will better enable you to leverage your time. So that's the idea today. In the next video, I'm going to talk about what kinds of equipment and tools do you need to be able to do these types of things. A lot of people that I've spoken to get really concerned because it's like, they see people walking around with $4,000 cameras and lights and sound rooms and green screens. Although all that's really good and it's very nice depending upon what you want to do, in order for you to get started and get some really good quality things going on, I think you'll be surprised at what it would take for you to be able to do this. And until then, if you have any questions, any concerns, you could always get to me at jfbutz@gmail.com. Alternatively, there's a comment section down at the bottom. You can drop a comment. I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. Looking forward to getting more involved with people and answering questions and seeing more people be able to triple their revenue in 12 months or less. Until next time, you take care. Thanks.